It's interesting that we as a kind have forgotten so many things that are valuable to remember. In a way, we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten why we're here. We've forgotten how we are connected one to another and how we're connected to everything in this great web of life of which the earth is comprised and brings forth for all to harmoniously live together. By the way, this web of life stretches out beyond this planet, but again, it's as if we have listened to other voices that have said, if you can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it, then it really doesn't exist. Or if it does, it doesn't matter. Well, those same voices that have been telling us this are now saying, oh, by the way, it does matter. And oh, by the way, it does exist. And because we've said so, now you can believe it. Within, without. This amazing body in which each of us dwells has a capacity to radiate constantly the energy that we're generating. We generate from the basis of what we're thinking and what we're feeling and the combination thereof, then goes forth from us as vibration and affects the whole field that is about us. Now, that whole field that is about us, we tend to think of, okay, I have an aura, which, by the way, science has finally admitted we do have an aura, which there are those who have, for thousands of years, informed us that it is a reality. So we radiate this energy out from us. We affect everything within the field of connection of these vibrations. At the same time, this field that we are interacting in, it too is radiating energy. And it extends beyond our current capacity to fully, intellectually comprehend. Within, without, there is a connection. Now, what you and I are feeling has a lot to do with how in touch we are to what is going on in our local field. If you're experiencing this primarily through your head, then you might be missing a lot of the other communication that's occurring. And if you're experiencing this through your heart and your head, then you're getting a lot more of the experience and you're actually sharing in it a lot more than if it were your head only. What does this mean? Is this valuable to you? Well, that depends upon your awareness, you see. If you allow yourself to consider that your heart, as an organ, has the greatest field of electromagnetic energy of any of your other organs, and that it is operating within the Earth's geomagnetic field, and that between the two of them, there is a constant communication occurring. Now, we know that the Earth affects us with invisible properties. I mean, after all, we're not floating in air right now. To say that gravity doesn't exist would be idiotic, but then we as a kind have the tendency sometimes to be just that. But to open this up beyond the limitations of just the head, we begin to open up to the realization that as we go within, we start experiencing things within us that we would never ever discover if it weren't for our going within. That then gives us the capacity to go without and experience the connections that are there to be made. You see, vibrationally, the Earth has two primary fields of energy. That within them is a broad spectrum from 1 to 300 megahertz that we are definitely connected in from the heart, the brain, and the autonomic nervous system. These are our primary ways of receiving and giving energy. If we open ourselves up to this, then we start realizing, wow, what if the Earth actually is intelligent? Wow, what if the Earth really does know what she's doing right now? What if there is something that is affecting the Earth and affecting us that also is intelligent and is also stimulating us to awaken to our connections that exist within and without us? That if we start practicing basic, simple energies of love, compassion, trust, appreciation, gratitude, that these are energies that are natural frequencies of the heart and are also natural frequencies of the earth, that we not only affect our immediate field, meaning ourselves and what we're doing in our lives, but we also have an effect upon others. Because you see, everybody has a heart. Even if not everybody is aware of their heart and the power of their heart. You might could say that we're just now remembering who we are and the power that we possess. And that our power really lies within the realm of mutual harmony and appreciation for ourselves as well as each other and this magnificent planet on which we live. That, while it may seem really far-fetched, I can and I do affect my life by what I generate. If I pay attention to it and I choose to be in harmony with my natural state of being, then I'm going to be radiating and generating love, trust, value, peace, harmony, well-being. This is going to positively affect me and is going to be the energy that I radiate out from me that is going to stretch into the invisible, and the invisible is going to respond. If I pay attention to that response, I'm going to get a confirmation that I am now choosing to be within, without, in a state of harmony with what is. If I forget that, and I lapse back into generating fear, anger, resentment, greed, bitterness, jealousy, and pay attention, I'm going to notice how it affects me as well as affects my immediate field. If I am really interested in improving, then this is going to be a requirement of me, that I do pay attention to this, so that I can then step in and, you might could say, drop my awareness down to my heart, so I can reactivate my awareness to connect it to the natural inclinations of my heart, and find that I then experience more ease, more peace, and more harmony. Now here's the what if. What if we each choose to do this more than we ever have before? How is the response from the without going to be with regard to our within generating? If we pay attention, we might find that there's a match. And in this match, the without that seems to be so invisible and almost beyond our capacity to affect is affected. And what if its effect is that more of us are actually inclined, because of our natural tendencies, to start going to our heart? And if more of us go to our heart and live through our heart, then could it be that this will be at least one of the ways that the transformation of life on planet Earth occurs? Could it be that instead of wielding a sword and bloodletting, that we actually go to our natural place and choose to live peace and live peacefully? Could it be that all of those who have preceded us and have made the sacrifices that they have, so that we could then now actually wake up? Could it be that in this vast scheme of things, that the universe knew all of this all along, and that we are just now starting to get it and participate in what we're remembering and learning things about our capacities that we long ago forgot? Could it be? So this is just possibility that if we will choose it, will become probability. And if we go with probability, we'll find that we now forget the things that have been holding us back, and we remember the things that will make us available for this grand time of transformation and awakening. Thank you. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.